All right, Jerry, we're live again.
What is this?
Sunday
Week
night.
3? Week 4?
Yeah, might be week 5. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Welcome everybody. It's Sunday night, 7 o'clock here in. Might be week 5. Oh, hang on. Is that me?
That might be you.
Yeah, that's me. Sorry. All right. Yes. Welcome everybody. It is 7 o'clock here in Denver. Jerry, it's Pacific time, so you're an hour behind. But we wanted to basically come live in this particular video or live stream and talk about the basically the week that we had last week, right? Kind of a tough week, and I know some people fared better than others, like me, for example. And then hearing some other stories in Randy's Discord, PD, for example, and some other usual suspects in there. But that's kind of what I wanted to talk about maybe at the beginning of this. I keep calling it a video, but it will turn into a video. So is how to navigate market pullbacks, right? Because they're bound to happen, and you will get your ass handed to you in most cases. Randy had a good point that he brought up yesterday. We'll touch on that too. And maybe if he wants to come on, maybe he's not feeling well. But welcome back, Randy. Let's just say that right off the bat. You scared us.
Good to see
scared
you
me, and you kept me from sleeping a couple nights this week. I'm glad you're okay. Glad everything's okay. Glad you're able to laugh about it and swear about it. So
The good thing was he was able to roll it, and he's back.
yeah, just roll it. All this comes back. So let me just talk about my week, and then Jerry can touch on your week, and then maybe if somebody wants to come on, we can talk about their week or whatever. But my week, I had Zoom on. Zoom kind of got tested. Can't remember what my strike was. 165, if I'm not mistaken, on Zoom. So I ended up rolling it, but it was one of the only positions that was kind of getting tested. It was down 2,000% at one point. 2,000%. Even when it was down 2,000%, I just stuck with it. It was literally $15 in the money. And I just, still had, it was expired on Friday. So I just kind of let it go. The market's markets don't always go down and just stay down, right? They go down, they dead cat bounce, they come up, and then they go back down. So I was kind of banking on that to, cap the losses or whatever, or if I was going to need to roll it. So what I ended up doing was I didn't roll it, just, stuck it out. And I think it was Thursday. I decided to roll it on Thursday because it was only down 500 bucks or something like that. So I'm like, all right, that's pretty easy loss to deal with. I'll roll it out. It was easy to roll too. And then Thumper had to burst my bubble. Because I was rolling it, I didn't run my normal script, which checks when earnings date is. I literally rolled it right to next week, March 5th. And I think earnings is on Monday. It's on Monday or Tuesday. So that's the reason why I was able to really roll it with ease and get a credit and literally go down a bunch of strikes too.
Yeah, you went down like $20 in strike price, right?
Yeah, it was something crazy. And I think Cloud was like, damn, that was really good, and Thumper's like, yeah, there's an earnings in there. So I ended up literally buying that back on Friday. I'm not going to risk earnings on Zoom. The whole COVID play and all that stuff, in my opinion, is overdone. It's like things are opening back up. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with Zoom earnings. So I ended up buying it back. I made 50 bucks buying it back, and maybe I'll put it on right when earnings is done. I'll put it back on, make back that 500 bucks that I lost on it. But in general, I'll know that I'm Dave Safe, right? Hashtag Dave Safe. Shout out to All Good here. I'm usually around that 5% probably in the money, right? And even at 5% probably in the money, I had a lot of stuff that was getting tested very close to being in the money early on. It was either Thursday or Friday. It was early in the hours, like 3 a.m. or something like that. The market was down 200 or 300 points or something like that. Well, I had Apple and I had another position. I can't remember what the position was in the money. It's like, oh, great, more stuff in the money. So even at 5% probably in the money, here we are having, about a 4 to 6% pullback. Granted, a lot of the stuff I'm in is tech, so the NASDAQ pulled up back 6%. I had stuff that was getting tested, right? So imagine if you were 10%, 20%, or something like that. Even maybe like a retire with options here, Randy, right, where he likes to go very risky. But he did bring a good point up yesterday. How often does the market go down? How often do we have those 5% down weeks, or something like that, where it doesn't come up the next day and then go up more, right? It's kind of rare, but I'll tell you, he does have a good point where you go risky, I guess more often, you're going to make more money, right? So you can kind of make up that bad week you're going to have when the market does pull back, right? It's going to be a devastating week, though, if you're at 20 or 30%, right? Probably in the money. It's going to be a devastating week. So I don't know. For me, I like the 5% probably in the money. I'm not going to make as much every single week, waiting for that big pullback we're going to have, which is going to still, test my account. So I'll be devastating, but he'll make a killing all throughout those weeks and months, and then we have that big 5% pullback, which is not even that big, by the way. It's going to hurt him pretty bad that one time. He's going to roll, he'll probably push out the gains or whatever. But that right there is, I think that's a case-by-case basis, depending on how you're going to deal with it, whether you're not going to be able to deal with it, whether or not you're going to get stressed out about it, or you can't get sleep on it, or it's testing your buying power or something like that. I think that's going to be a personal basis, case-by-case personal basis, and how you're going to want to deal with that. For me, I'd rather just make a steady income month on month. All right, I'm $13,000 up this year, $7,000 up in February. Okay, took one loss really, and I didn't even need to take that. I was just being proactive, right? Zoom came up on Friday. I didn't need to really roll it at all, but I took it anyway. I just decided to make an executive decision, take a loss, and make it up. It's no big deal, right? I'm already up $7,000 this month anyway. So I think that everybody that's trading options needs to, figure out how you want to deal with that, right? Do you want to make a lot of money, throughout all those weeks and months? And then when you do have like a 5% pullback in a week, it's going to hurt you pretty bad. Or, do you want to go my route where you're not making as much, but those pullbacks, a little 5% or pullback is not going to hurt you as much, right? So I don't know, Jerry, maybe you want to touch on that, maybe touch on the buying power, because that's something you got to, obviously touch on as well. I didn't really mention it, so I think you'll probably do a better job.
Probably not, but I'll try. But yeah, last week was a little bit of I wasn't stressed, right? Because I went through and lost money before, right? So I know what's happening now, because I'm still fairly new to this, right? But the one that I got that is pressuring my account at the moment is ARK-K. Now, what I did is, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, I sold three contracts on ARK-K, right? And I did what would you call what Randy termed a caterpillar. So I did let's just say, for instance, a 135 strike, a 130 strike, and a 125 strike expiring consecutive weeks, not all expiring in the same week. Well, what ended up happening was about 2 weeks ago, 2 of those contracts went into profit quickly. I was able to close them, collected about 80% of the profit within a few days. And the problem with that is now I'm looking at it and going, okay, this ETF just shot up, $5 or whatever it was that day. And so I went to the next day and I said, well, I can take my strike that I just bought back at 130 and just move it up how much it went up the day before, right? So if it was a 130 strike, I moved it up to 135 on the same expiration date. And that's what I did. Well, come this week, of course, the market got challenged. ARK-K got hit pretty bad, with Tesla in there as their main holding. Tesla's been under pressure, but So it ended up, I'm in the money now because it was a 136 strike. So it's in the money now, expiring next Friday. I could have rolled it. I think me and Dave were looking at it the other day. We could have rolled it out to June and got way lower on the strike. But that wouldn't be a loss. I mean, it'd be a loss on the 136, but you'd get a little safe and you'd get underneath the share price quite a bit. But I'm not going to do that until maybe this Thursday or Friday. Give the market a chance. When that's the thing with options, you got a date, right? You sold it for a date in time in the future. So you have time for things to work out. So, I see some people just panic out and just go, oh, I'm out of that. Sometimes that's okay, depending upon, what kind of stock you're in. If you're in a stock that just dropped 50% and, missed earnings, you might not be able to roll that sucker for any sort of credit, or you may have to go out a freaking year out. So having patience is a good thing. Having the market work, not being super aggressive. Where I screwed up was, like I said, moving that strike price up. I should have just left it alone and not done anything with it. So, but here I am having to manage it. The problem with it is once a option gets in the money, your buying power gets reduced. Your margin expansion happens. So your maintenance margin, what you need to set aside for that position grows as you get in the money, right? So that really puts pressure on you. That's part of the reason I'll say is why I'm getting away from the PMCCs, is because it ties up your equity. And so, when you buy a leap in a PMCC, it ties up that equity, so you can't use it against your options. Okay, does that make sense? Because when that margin expansion happens, you get into a lot of pressure. So market pulls back 2%, you get you feel it in an options account. So even being Dave safe, that happens. So Art K, we're looking for a turnaround. Any of you guys in Art K out there, buy 1,000 or 2,000 shares and help me out.
I have a 125 though.
I got a 125 as well.
Yeah, I wasn't worried about RK. The thing is, I literally worry about the stuff that expires that Friday, right? I have stuff on next Friday. I have stuff on the Friday after. And honestly, the further I go out, the safer they are, right? Because it's a longer duration between, the longer DT, right? So they're safer, I feel like. So I only worry about what expires that Friday, right? I only had one that expired that I had to deal with that was kind of challenged, right? And that was the Zoom. Now, going forward, I'll work on this week, right? I got stuff that expires, a bunch of stuff that expires a week. I'll deal with this week, right? There's no reason
to worry. You don't have to deal with the whole portfolio all at once.
Exactly. There's no reason why you have to panic and start rolling a bunch of crap unless your buying power is reduced and you're getting at risk of being liquidated by the broker or something like that.
Right.
So just, calm down. Don't freaking, go off half cocked, right? So don't go off half cocked and just start rolling a bunch of shit or selling a bunch of shit. I guess it'd be buying a bunch of shit back at a loss, right? Just be methodical about it. I guess what things are that you can take off that gives you some buying power back. Take some winners off or take some small losses off. You need to roll something or whatever, but just deal with it on a week by week basis as well, right?
Yeah, as long as you can stay under it, under that margin expansion, if you're fine, you deal with it week by week. But that goes back to saying, like I always stress, it's always good to have a portfolio, your options portfolio, be diversified like you would if you were a long-term, stockholder, right? If you're heavy in tech stocks and meme stocks and those things turn, you're in trouble.
Watch out for those meme stocks.
You're
Absolutely.
in
Now,
big trouble.
I would say we're probably like 70% tech stocks because that's where the premium is at, right? I mean,
I'm not.
you're not? Oh, you're an
No.
ETF. I got a lot of tech stocks, but I mean, I have a good mix too, but I don't really have any meme stocks.
But I
don't
got,
know if Palantir's a meme stock. I mean, that's
kind of is.
Shout out to Matt Money here. It's a piece of shit stock, but it is what it is. Let's do some shout outs real quick here. Welcome, Rebecca Thompson, Francisco, Carrie. That's my new wife. Richard, welcome. Enrique, Randy, all good. Christopher Blaine, welcome. Matt, welcome, buddy. Let me see. Dan, welcome, Dan. Clowning around. Clowning around. I don't know what your real name is, but
yeah, I know. I want to know Clowning Around's real name.
Yeah, I know. Theater Trader, I've seen you before. Welcome, Frank. Welcome. Yeah, I do have Tesla. I have a Tesla on right now. It's a 520, so it expires on Friday. I'm not worried about it. I mean, I dare you, Tesla, go down 500. I dare you. Do it. I'll own you. I don't care. 500. I'll take it all day long, right? So just be, don't be aggressive, right? There's no reason to be selling a 700, when the stock is 750, So
oh yeah, especially
when the stock is that far of price, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, I mean, I'm probably talking to Petey on that one, but it is what it is. Market is up right now. I think the future's up about 250 or something like that on the YM. So maybe we will get a pretty good day out to take some profit. I'm going to be taking some profit for sure. I'll be putting some more premium on as well. I'm always like to be out about 3 weeks or so. So I want to have some more stuff working for me. Once I get the buying power back down to about 50% or so. RK, yeah, I think RK will be okay if Tesla goes up. And Tesla's literally sitting on its trend line right now, so kind of hit and miss which way it's going to go. But
yeah, if people get in there and buy the dip in Tesla, RK's going to be fine.
Yeah, or Roku.
Yeah.
I sold a cash secured put on Apple with strike. Yeah, Apple's a great one. I have one open on Apple. Let me see what that one's at.
Yeah, that's almost a low volatility stock, really.
Yeah, it is. I got a 120. I got a 120 and it expires this Friday. So that was like a 3-week hold though. So I'm slightly higher than you, but it doesn't. Honestly, let me see. It was 44 cents. I sold 2 of them. So that's a stock where it's just like it's a give me usually.
It's usually a buy and hold. I look at stocks like that like a buy and hold option, if there is such a thing.
Let's see here. Options give you options. Yes, Dan, it gives you options. Dan, if you want to post, if you've any, I don't know if you've done any doing options rate lately or not. If you have, let us know. Maybe you can come on if you're willing to come on and talk about it. But you feeling the arc? Yeah. I thought I'm gonna be honest. 135 is just too aggressive for me on Mark K. But
it was. But when I sold that, here's the thing. Here's where I broke the rule. I usually do 90% for my ETFs, and I did it in ARK-K. And I had originally had that put at 130. I bought it back when it went up $5. And then I said, okay, it'd be safe to go from 130 to 135 because it already went up $5. Well, no.
That's a fair assessment. I do the same thing actually.
Yeah,
I actually look at my spreadsheet. Okay, I opened it when it was here. It's been up $5. Okay, I can move the strike up $5.
Yeah, but apparently that didn't work out too well this time.
No, well, I did one. So my ARK-K that I did was 17 days. It was 17 days out at 125. That was 7% probably in the money. $50 though. You probably made a lot more on it. Yeah, that's an interesting. I'm not worried about it. That's a pretty good one still. It's all about Tesla with ARK-K, whatever Tesla's doing really.
Yeah, I don't do an ARK-K with less than $100 that I'm collecting. I don't do that. Like I need to be.
Got the whole thumper thing going on, huh?
I gotta have $100 out of ARK-K.
I gotta make at least 5% or something. I'm not gonna, otherwise I'm not doing it.
But
Uh,
it's just, if it's going to be that volatile, and it's one of those where you can get actually pretty darn safe and make some decent money.
that's true. That's probably not as safe as SOXL though.
No,
Like
not
you can
even.
do like 60% down on SOXL and still make a pretty good money on it. Let me see. I'm sort of Walmart short or yeah, a short of Walmart 130 put. March 26th, Walmart's free fall. Yeah, I haven't looked at the. Well, I can take a look at it. Let me see. What the hell's
I think he's saying I sold a Walmart 130
strike? You
put.
got 130. Got a 130, huh?
You froze up a
Oh,
little bit there.
pretty much in the money right now. Jesus. March 26th. Yeah, so that. I hate when that happens. I honestly hate when that happens. You got 3 weeks to go. It's already in the money. It's like, you know what I mean? You can't buy it back. I mean, it's kind of like, I wouldn't call it dead money for 3 weeks, but I try to avoid that situation, I don't know what the price was when you opened it up. I don't know how aggressive you were on it, because otherwise I'd blame you, but
Yeah. Why did it drop? Did it have earnings?
it had a bad week, man. All last week, it was just bad. It dropped through that 200 period moving average and just tanked. I mean, it's a good stock. I mean, I wouldn't, there's no worry there at all, but well, thanks for bringing that one to my attention. I might open one up on it now. I'm not laughing at you here. I honestly, I hate that situation where, it's got 3 weeks left and it's in the money. It's like, because it's kind of, I feel like it's dead money. It's money that's gonna be sitting there for 3 weeks to figure out what it's gonna do. Right? Is it gonna go up and you can just buy it back and let it expire or whatever, or you're gonna have to do something with it. Right? So it's kind of, I hate that situation, but. What would you do in that situation, Jerry?
I guess you just sit on it. I mean, there ain't much you can do.
There's no sense rolling it out. I mean, there's probably still extrinsic value in there.
Yeah, you gotta just wait it out. Wait till a few days before March 26th.
The money, so it's probably, I don't know, the premium. Yeah, you just have to wait it out. Hopefully, you got some free capital. You can open some other stocks up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hate that situation. I looked out and sold ARC-G the Friday before it tanked. I think he's being sarcastic. I lucked out and sold ARC-G. Would you have?
I don't think he's being sarcastic.
Did he have? Was it common, or is he talking about?
Sounds like he's talking about the common share.
Common. Oh God. All good. You and your Fastly. Jesus.
And I'm in both of those.
Oh man.
I don't mind the Palantir one. I'm $21.
I got a couple of Palantirs on right now. Let's see. Shout out to my boy Matt over here. I got 3 of those things. I got 3. I got 73 cents out of those suckers. And I'm not gonna lie here. I went aggressive on it. 16% probably in the money on it. It's like I let Matt get to me. Oh yeah, ranting and raving. So my luck, it's gonna tank to $10 or something like that. Welcome, Tam. And let's see. Yeah, S&P 500. Must be the stimulus, huh? They could be setting up another rug pull. Honestly, could be another rug pull set up. Who knows? Got
to find out on Monday what they do with stimulus. I haven't heard any news.
Well, I think they have all week. The Senate's going to probably just mull it around. I think, doesn't the unemployment, that expires, I think, this week, though, right? The end of the week or something?
No, it's not till March.
Well, March is tomorrow.
Well, end of March.
Okay. What's the best option on PMC when long leg is losing too much and you can't collect any premiums selling it against the long leg? Yeah. Jerry, you've dealt with that. I think you've just been averaging down, right?
Yeah, I've been averaging down. I just add another long leg to it. If it's going down, your short calls are being profitable, so you just take off your short calls and you follow down as long as you're still above your break-even price. Buy back your short, move it down a strike, and sell them again. So
I would probably I haven't done it yet. I'm kind of like, I got a couple where I probably could or should, but you know, I mean, you really have 2 years to make that money back, and you know,
Yeah, you
but
don't have to panic.
no, there's definitely no panic involved. But it is annoying. That's the reason why I want to get out of PMCs. Obviously, we have a couple different reasons why, but I want to stay in probably TPMCC, right? It generates $1,000 a month. It's good money, but the other ones, they stare at you every single day. Every day they look at you and say, "Peekaboo, I'm down." You know what I mean? And it drives you nuts. So
Yeah, it does. It's like, man, you know, you're doing so well on your put side, and then you got these leaps looking at you like all red and just waving at you. It's like,
and
damn
they're
you.
mixed in with all the other expirations,
Yeah.
so you don't know what's a PMCC or not. You gotta kind of remember, oh, that's a PMCC. You know, it's like, all right. But anyways, like I said, I'll probably keep one on T and maybe be real strategic going forward on which ones I open them up on. But yeah, you definitely don't have to panic about that. He didn't say what stock it was though,
Mm-mm.
because that kind of could
That
determine whether
that
it's good.
makes that makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, if it's on like, let's see, name one.
I heard someone wanted to do it on GameStop.
Yeah, oh God, get out of here. Tell us which stock it was. Now we're curious. Welcome, Rebecca. Congratulations for getting approved. Hopefully, I don't know what level you got approved for. Maybe you want to mention it in here if you got, you know, approved for level 0 or 1, 2, or 3, 4. Congratulations for selling your bed. So that's our bed. Let's see here. I'm on the bike. I did some CSPs and Fisker recently.
Fisker.
Yeah, I don't know about Fisker, buddy. I wouldn't have touched it.
Isn't that a car company?
It's a SPAC. Yes, it is a car company, but it was a SPAC, right? Yeah, I wouldn't touch any of that. I wouldn't touch any SPACs with the CSP or with options or anything. I don't even touch memes really. Geez.
Yeah, any of those can move 50% in a day. You know,
I don't know what Siemens.
any point in
I thought
time.
it was Siemens. I'm
I
familiar
think
with,
I think
I'm
they
familiar
are.
with Siemens, but Siemens. I'm not quite familiar with Siemens. Like I am familiar with the company, but I'm just not really sure what the ticker is. Let's see here, Siemens. Yeah, I'll probably spelling it wrong. Yeah, I don't know if it's publicly traded. I can't find it.
Oh, it's probably one of those weird. I don't even think it's an ADR.
No. Hey, Ryan, welcome, buddy. He's starting to get in options a little bit, so you know we got another one going to the dark side here soon.
Nice.
As soon as he sells out of his crypto for probably a 10,000% gain or something like that.
Maybe I'll turn it all into Bitcoin Cash.
Maybe he'll buy a freaking another Tesla with his Bitcoin Cash. Let's see here. We got Cody's probably busting some balls. I'm in the house. Some little cringe. What the heck's he talking about? He's always out in left field, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. She's even saying he's in left field. I do the wheel on weekly options, and I have 200K in total stock buying power, and I leave 40% or 80K just in case trades go bad. I think he was talking about earlier. He was mentioning me earlier. I think that's a retirement account though, right? If I'm not mistaken. So he's probably doing real CSPs in there. He's not actually using margin. So only using that 60% or okay for position seem reasonable. I think that's a retirement account. So if it's a retirement account, like you're literally not going to overextend yourself. So I would
Right.
say, yeah, that's fine. But if it's not, let us know. What's this? Did you see Roger Ver Bitcoin users responded to your comment in my video? Yeah. Oh, it's like LeBron James. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Elon Musk responded to my Tesla video. I thought if I responded to any of your comments, I was treated like royalty, Ryan. I bought back my Walmart 130 to alleviate some buying power. Yeah. I think right now, honestly, man, I'm gonna look at Walmart next week. I don't think I have any Walmarts on right now. Let me look. That's one I. Yeah, no, actually, take that back. Do have a Walmart on? I have a 130.
Oh shoot!
That's funny. I didn't realize I had a 130 until I just looked. I
And
do
it's in the
remember that
money.
being in the money now on Friday, but it doesn't expire for another 2 weeks. So I'm in the same boat as you all. Oh man. Thank you all. Go to the channel again. All right, what's Matt talking about here? I have a few ArcG.
November's.
Jesus, you count on that as realized already? Um, I have an ArcG on
ArcG November. Man, you got Thanksgiving turkey going on then.
November. I have a no, I don't have an ArcG on right now. I have an ArcK. That's it. I don't do G as much.
I do once in a while. I'm
What are
okay
you
on that.
doing? What are you doing, Matt? I thought we taught you better.
I
Because you
like the
wanted to
snack
make a
bar.
video, huh? I made $5,000 off of ArcG.
Yeah,
I
I like
realized.
this next one.
Should have yellowed my entire life savings in the GME calls. Bought them or sold them? Obviously, it's always easy to say that after the fact, though, right?
Absolutely.
I should have did my life savings. I should have bought a bunch of puts, right? I mean, it's so easy to say that left of the screen, right? Because it's already been printed, So I really don't. I don't dwell on stuff like that. I don't ever. You would very rarely, and you might take it out of context, but you probably never hear me say, I regret, I should have bought more. You really never hear that come out of my mouth because it does you no good at all to think like that. I should have bought more Bitcoin. It was 4,000. Who cares? It's too late now,
Yeah,
right?
you
It's
didn't.
50,000. Does you no good. Why even think like that, right? Does you no good. You're wasting your brain power. So, anyways,
And we have limited of that.
what's that?
We have limited of that. That's not
Yeah,
an
it's
infinite
true. You mean
source.
brain power.
Yeah.
That's true. Let's see here. Fastly free fallen. I bought. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. This funny thing is Fastly gets a lot more attention than Snow gets for some reason. I don't know. Understand why. But it is what it is, I guess. Put on some more Palantir puts so the stonk will go up.
I have a
Yeah,
21 expiring on the 19th.
yeah, it'll go up. Let me see. You're right, though. If I put more puts on, it will definitely go down. So,
Yeah. Stay
um,
out of it, Dave.
yeah, I'm like literally I got to reverse psychology myself sometimes to get things right. Let's see here. Shoot, I hop on and order a scan. Be back in a bit. You gonna hop on this live stream? Or you just hopping on this comments? Let's see here. Why do we need stimulus if COVID is going to be over in 2 months? That way they can try to get reelected in 4 years. So, hey, we did this for you. We gave you a bunch of money. We spread about all the rich people's money to give to these people. And honestly, the stimulus it's not about COVID at all, right? It's all about that pork that they threw in there. That's what it's about. It's about bailing out states that shut down their whole state for months on end so they could get money to bail them out, right? And then that's the reason they shut California down. That's the reason they shut New York down.
If it
Wasn't
wasn't about if it was about stimulus, it wouldn't be $1.9 trillion.
no, it's like 10% for COVID or
Yeah,
something.
it's like ridiculous.
There's so much pork in that. It's not even funny. But what are the Republicans going to do? They're not going to be like, oh yeah, we're going to block this, and then everybody that really do. There is people that actually need money, right? Those people that actually need the money and are like, oh well, screw you, freaking Republicans. You just screwed us out of our money. But it's politics. What are you going to do? Well, it's damn politics. But
PMCC is for the poor.
I know you've been doing rich man cover calls, but
He's in the RMCCs.
yeah, it's still January in some parts of the country. What the hell's he talking about? Is he talking about how cold it is, or what? Jeez, Cody's you're beyond left field, buddy. You're like beyond the foul line on the left field side, and I thought if Biden was elected president, he was going to fix COVID. Oh man, yeah. They have a history of just putting a chicken in every pot, promising the world, and then never delivering. But
yeah, we're not gonna mess with fracking.
Oh,
all the jobs.
It's like it would be so easy to get political with this discussion, But this is just the way I look at it. The Democrats, they act like they care about people, but it's really about getting reelected, right? All the people, all those illegals they can get in from the southern border, they're all going to. So
yeah,
it's just
there's
honestly,
nothing about
Trump didn't talk very well. I'm going to give him that. He is terrible at talking, terrible at making people feel good and all that crap. But his policies were pretty damn good.
Yeah, there's nothing. Politics are so bad right now because
they are.
The people that want to do the actual smart, right, thoughtful thing, fiscally responsible thing, will end up being the bad guys.
Yeah, for sure. Biden's great at talking. He's great at saying the right things on TV.
I don't know about that.
His policies are terrible. His policies are terrible so far. I mean, why would you shut down? Why would you stop Exxon, but the pipeline, right? You just 11,000 jobs right there, right? You could have waited on that. Didn't need to be done right away. Like, I'm not telling you not to do it, right?
You could have phased it out.
Not do it, but if he's going to do it, wait a little bit, right? You don't want to kill more jobs at this point, right? It is what it is. There's logic there, right? Anyways, it's all Trump's fault. Yeah, Orange Man is bad. Yeah, that's funny. He killed CPAC today, though.
Yeah, that was good.
Here's how you fix COVID. Gee, everybody, the vaccine who wants it, open the country back up. Boom. I agree. I'm not getting the freaking vaccine, but
yeah, that's pretty simple.
I agree. That's it is what it is. It's still they're trying to milk it. They're trying to milk it more if they can, right? That's what they're trying to do at this point. Not to mention they need to try to make it look like it was all Biden's solution and all that as well.
And they're also certain people are probably getting kickbacks from Pfizer, J&J, and
for sure, absolutely. Got both your shots. Well, I hope you already have kids. Let's see. Can you get me a couple doses? I'll give you $350. Let me know which one you freaking give him or buy. That way I can go buy that stock, right? J&J, baby. J&J. Twizzle my nizzle. This is not schnizzle my nizzle.
Is that Drizzle? It might be Drizzle. Where is Drizzle?
Yeah, where is Drizzle? Let's see. Can you say why the call? Oh, Hot Dave? I don't know. You got to ask Matt that. Yeah, ask Matt that one. He'll call me other things too, but I don't think he's going to say it on here. Dave's familiar with Siemens. Yeah. No comment. Let's see. Let's get down here. God, that thing just jumped on me, Jerry.
Yeah, we're like way behind here.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Oh shit! No, it jumped down on me. Here we go. I'm familiar with Seaman. Yeah. You're talking about the Navy? That's what they call them, Seaman.
Seaman.
Plus, they have their name on they have their name stitched right on their back of their trousers too, like on the outside. So, I mean, it was kind of a joke when I was in the Air Force. Oh, you're fucking him from behind. I'm just screaming out his name, his last name. Anyways, honestly, for anybody that doesn't know me, I am pretty rude and crude, just because I was in the military, and that's just the way we acted in the military. But I am very respectful in real life usually.
Usually.
Let's see here. Usually, that's the keyword. Hopefully BC. Yeah, I don't own any right now, Brian. I did trade it in and out a couple of times last week. So, good evening, Damien. Oh, girls. Yeah, they're right. There was a couple girls in here. All good. And Rebecca was in here. Tam was in here. Who else?
CMFW's in here.
My boy, Matt Money. Maybe we can get Matt on a little bit in a little bit. Maybe he can talk about his losses and how he's dealt with some stuff. Looks like Siemens trades OTC under. Oh yeah, I'm not
Damien's
touching
at 0 buying power. What the heck?
I'm at 0 buying power. What's FML?
Fuck my life.
Is that what it really is, or you just make that?
No, that's what it is.
I had not heard that one before. I know what dibs is and all that, but yeah. So that's the dinner. So buying power 0. What are you? This is a cash account or what? I don't know. Maybe you can comment on that one.
That happened to me once. That sucked.
I don't. Yeah, PD probably has the most experience with that here. No, it's taxable account at both. Okay, so he's taxable account. That was the. Yeah, shit. I don't know. I have to find that one again. I would say stay at 60%, man. Somewhere around there. Oh, excuse me, 50%.
It's nice to have a little cushion.
It depends on the stocks too. Like if they're solid, better stocks, like the Walmarts, the Microsofts, the Apples, then you could probably push it up a little bit higher. But yeah, David and I sold the 130. Yeah. Did you follow me or did I follow you on that one, Matt? Making you feel better in that Walmart, yeah, because we're all in the same boat as you. Everybody likes to be in the same boat, right? Like if I had the 125, I had to be in a boat next to you, but my boat is slightly bigger than yours, right? So, but if you're in the same boat, everybody feels good, right? It's so funny how that is. True margin, yeah, okay, yeah. It just depends on the stocks that you have in there. 50% is for like where I'm in my like to stay in my account. Although I got up to, I'm not gonna lie, man. Last week pushed me up to 67% one of those days. So I was like, all right, I need to take some stuff off, But yeah, you should just have to keep an eye on it, manage it. Hindsight's 2020. Yeah.
Always.
And with hindsight's 2020, there's no reason to be saying, oh, I regret. I should have bought more. I should have bought more. I don't like hearing this either. This is a pet peeve of mine. They'll make like 30 grand or something, right? They'll make 30 grand and it was like 100% gain. That's, and then they said, I could have made 50, if I just hold it another week. It's like, it's like they're trying to make themselves feel better, but kind of at the same time show that they're a better trader or try to make it seem like they're the better trader than they are. It's like, dude, you made 30 grand, 100%. That's it. Done. Move on. No reason to say I could have made 50. But anyways, that's just been a pet peeve of mine. Sorry. Not to get my panties in a bunch. Dave and Jerry, please discuss Palantir stock. Is Colorado based? I honestly have never heard of that company until Matt probably brought it up. Where is it in Colorado, number one? Maybe a freaking engine fell on it.
What's screwed up is I have not a clue what the hell that company does.
I don't either. I just literally
trading options on
it. I want to say I literally parrot traded freaking Matt on it. And don't ever parrot trade usually, but it's like he squawks it out and I freaking just fine. He says it's a good company. I trust Matt, Oh man, I do own some. In 21, I think I have a 21 strike, but it is what it is. If you could only construct your portfolio with index funds, which ones would you pick and what allocations and why? This is probably a question for you, although I do own VYM and we're talking about options, but
index, that's hard to put a blanket answer on. It's definitely going to be, investor dependent, right? Where are you at? What are you searching for? What's your risk tolerance, et cetera, et cetera. But of course, the blanket answer would be VOO, VTI, because it's just
absolutely, no question.
Market, the S&P 500 or the total market.
QQQs.
Yeah. Beyond that, you got to look at what you're after, what you're going for. Are you going for dividends? Are you going for growth? Do you need to preserve capital? Things of that nature. So it's hard to, if I were 21 years old, I'd probably stick it in QQQ and just live with it.
Yeah, I agree. 1,400 is going to save the economy. Yeah, right. I haven't got any stimulus money, and I'm not complaining about it. I make good money. I'm not complaining about it. The people that need it, but there's honestly, I've seen a lot of videos of people that just invested the money. They didn't need it. You know what I mean? But it does help people too. There's people that actually do need it, that needed it. But how many videos have you seen? What are you going to do with your stimulus check? I'm going to invest it in Apple. I'm going to invest. It's like, that kind of helps me too, though, right? Causes the market to go up. But I'm literally paying taxes to cause the market to go up. So I'm not really complaining about it. But I wish they would have did the payroll tax cut this year or during this recession to help all the working people out too. But it is what it is.
Means testing. That probably would have solved it all. But how to manage that, I don't know.
It really could have screwed people too. Even let's just say I made $50,000 a year, but I sold a house, right? Because I did sell a house last year or the year before. So, I make way more than they want me to make anyway. But what if I had sold a house and it pushed me over, and then I wouldn't have got stimulus because of that, right? There's some flaws in there. Where's my money, Ryan? I want my $5,700.
Yeah.
Jeez. 2024. You know what the only question is right there, Jerry? Who's the GP?
The GP?
Did I say GP?
Yeah.
Who's the VP?
Who's the VP?
Who's the VP? You the VP or am I the VP?
No, you got the face for president.
Oh no. You got the politics down though.
I could play the fiddle. I could play the background.
You got the politics. I see you there, Matt. Let me get through a couple more of these. Let me try to get to the bottom here, and I'll bring you on. You guys have gotten stimulus money? No. Oh, you have. I haven't. It helped you, though. That's why you made more this year than you did last year or whatever. Or last year than you did the year before.
Oh, we are way behind.
Oh, shoot. I've lived here, 15 years now? And I've seen it change since I've been here. And that's the reason I left California to begin with, right? And now I'm looking for a new place to live that I never have to worry about it ever again in my life, because this place is getting really bad. It's not as bad as some other places, I'm not going to lie, but I can't deal with, I can't deal with it anymore here. Did you miss the live? Did I miss? No, you're just in time. I think I'm down near the bottom or getting very close to it. And
here, can you read that one from CMFW?
This one?
No. Where are you at?
Where are you at?
I was just right under
way off. Yeah, man. I'm gonna bring Matt on, but damn, I'm like way off on here.
Yeah, this is what.
This?
Yeah. You read that?
Yeah. Well, we all know that he's literally how he got through all the debates. He was hopped up on Adderall. That's how he got through them. Anybody didn't know that?
I did have somebody ask what Hot Dave meant.
All right, Matt. You got to be on camera. We got to see your hot face.
Mic's not working too well there.
Driving, so I don't think it's very appropriate for me to also be on camera.
Yeah, your mic's not working too well tonight. Why is he called Hot Dave? You got to ask. Can't afford it. How's it going to give back money that we pay us the taxes? How is giving us back money that we pay? Yeah. Actually, it's just shifting it around, right? Because all of us that make over a certain amount of money didn't get stimulus, but we're paying taxes. So we're actually that's just socialism. That's all that really is. That's a bad word, though, isn't it?
Monster got back from the Waffle House. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
What are you in the deep south? Deep south. Where'd Matt go? He dropped.
He's driving. That's not going to work too well.
Is he driving?
Yeah.
Jeez. Preoccupied. We're gonna hear his Ebonics freaking. What are those things though? Tell you how to drive.
Google Maps.
Is it Google Maps? Yeah. I always wanted to make an Ebonics one, or I wanted to make like a one that kind of sweared at you. Make a fucking left or something.
Turn,
like that.
damn it!
Flip a bitch. I think it would be hilarious to put that in there. I could probably make money on that.
You should do it.
Siemens did a partnership with IBM. Yeah, IBM. I just sold it, but I mean, I'm still bullish on IBM. It's just a forgotten about company, but I don't know what are they going to be doing. I guess I should probably dig into that. This is a hard one. Honestly, they're all the same. NOC, RTX, Lockheed Martin. I've worked for some of those. So I'm not partial because
This is interesting.
Can you discuss the potential downsides of this recession hedge trade? 30K in CSP leaps of TQQQ, 25 strike expiry. I was just going to say, there's no 25 strike. They must be going way out.
You got to go way out.
Yeah, because I do have I have 3 open on TQQQ right now, and I'm like, there's no 25 strike. You got to go out. But
the downside is you lock up all that money.
Yeah, but it's only a quarter though. It's only a quarter. It requires a quarter on at least IB. So 55. You divide that by 5,500. You divide by 4. That's all it requires. It's not a lot.
The upside is, I would want to own TQQ at $25. So I would hope that it would get there.
I'm right there with you. So I do own a. What the hell do I have? I got 3 on. So I have a 50, a 65, and a 55 right now, and that's going out 30 days at the most. So I don't know. I don't think I would probably do a leap on it though, for me, because I'm trying to make money off of it.
I just follow it every month.
I'd rather just do it monthly. Yeah. And just throw it out there and just keep walking it down. I don't mind owning some at 65, and I think I blame Matt on that one. But 65, 55, and 50, they haven't opened up a new 50. But I might look out a little bit further than that and even buy some ones down lower. But
maybe 3 months.
What's that?
Maybe 3 months. Might work.
I think how far did we have? I think it was 4 months, right?
We're talking 4, yeah.
Yeah, I would probably go out 4 months and go as low as I could and probably just load up on those. I like the strategy. I don't know if I would do that strike or that expiry, but I mean, if that's okay with you, then I think that's fine. Logic does not work for socialists. Yeah, preaching to the choir here. I think my options income from last year puts me over the limit. Yeah, you're not getting any stimulus.
Yeah, I think they reduce it at 75,000. So
yeah,
under 75 you get it, and then it phases out above 75.
Welcome to the club. That's how Republicans are made, right there. 70. Oh, all good, Zaya. She's our cheerleader. Where's your pom poms at? Wyatt, I don't think we can go wrong with either Cody. I prefer LMT. Oh, he's responded to the. Yeah, nobody. Why doesn't people ever mention NOC?
Northrop Grumman.
Yeah, it's always those two. Nobody really mentions Boeing either. Boeing's big in freaking federal. Matter of fact, I think they're making more in federal than they were in their freaking airline portion. What's this? That's your age?
That was my age 8 years ago.
Stock Ninja. I forgot about WMT. Yeah.
Ninja Man.
Is he at a 132?
That'd be funny. The CEO has dry hair. What? What is that? Oh, he might be talking about
That sounds like a Cody comment. Let's see here. How about get rich quick? We got Matt Money's face there.
GameStop. Get rich quick.
Get rich quick.
Or get poor quick.
I can tell you this. You want to get rich quick, you need to go see J-Max live stream. But you might get rich slow, or you could get rich. You could get poor fast. That's what I meant to say. Sorry. The opportunity there is to get rich fast or quick, but you can get poor faster probably. I don't know. With options like what we're doing here, you're not going to get rich fast, but you could be a millionaire in a couple of years, starting with a minimum amount of money. So it's all about management and persistence. See Randy's Discord. He's got a plan how to set you to a millionaire in X amount of years. It's doable. It's viable. Thumper, talk to Thumper. He's going to do it. I'm just trying to stay a millionaire at this point. So I don't want to. What's the fastest way to become a millionaire? Start with 2, right?
Start with 2.
So
yeah.
I'm trying not to be one of those people. How often? Oh, Thomas here. Let's see. I hope I didn't piss you off last week, Thomas, with your comment. Maybe I hurt your feelings. I don't know. Maybe not. Hopefully I didn't. But how often do you guys take assignment of in the money puts and margin account? I don't take assignment. Now Randy did. He was getting his I won't mention it this time, but he was in the hospital, so he had some stuff get assigned to him. But I don't take assignment. That's not to say that I wouldn't, though. I think there's some stuff I'd take assignment. I'd take assignment of TQQQ, right?
Yeah. I haven't taken an assignment yet either. But I would if the right opportunity presented itself.
It depends on the stock too, and the strike, I guess, where it is on the chart. But no, I don't. In most cases, no. I'm usually going to roll it out, roll down and out, roll. I invested every cent. Stimulus sue me. Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm not coming down on you at all, Cole. I was just saying I saw a lot of videos of people just investing the money, so it was kind of a flawed system. Those people didn't need the money. But yeah, it's because you can generate more money doing this than they can give you, right? So, Randy, I just need to make
back.
I just need to make bake. I need to make back my 10% last week. So Randy did have a pretty big loss this week. I think it was $19K, right?
Unrealized, though, I think.
That's right. It was unrealized. So
it was just his portfolio was down 19K.
Correct. But he probably has stuff that's in the money, too. I don't know. Actually, I don't even know because he lightened up his portfolio before he went in the hospital, and I don't know where it's even at. But yeah, you're right. That didn't really count because that's the case. Then I think we're all down because. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about. I mean, my PMCCs are down, right? That doesn't count. Jesus, this thing just freaking blew right past me here. They bombed Syria before people got a stimulus check. Come on, Dan. Democrats cause the wars. Republicans usually are the ones that go to war, which is kind of interesting because Trump was like one of the very first presidents never to go to war, but it is what it is. That's a campaign I can get behind. I found your channel a few weeks back from the IB setup video, which was super helpful. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
I sent a lot of people over to that video.
Those videos are funny too, because it's like, let me just make this video. And then it turns out to be like a super successful video. It's funny though at that, because it was never, I never thought like it was going to turn into that, you know?
The nice thing about that video is if people are actually in Interactive Brokers setting it up, they're going to have to watch that video like 2 to 4 times, right?
Yeah. My setup is slightly different than that now. Not very. It's just a little bit different, but it's pretty much almost exact still. So I use it to this day. I'd love to see a video on how to set up conditional order that favors a market maker. Ooh, that's an interesting one. I'll have to think about that one. See, for me, I just script it, but probably Python script that. But
Yeah, that's a you thing.
no, well, it can be done in IB though. Yeah, I'll have to think about that one. Why do you gotta hurt my brain on a freaking Sunday? I don't know where Matt is. He's probably heading to some putang, but Newsy, baby. Woo! Newsy. Sorry, Francisco, and anybody else has commented on my videos and said that they have OCD because they have 2,999 shares of Newsy, and they, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, I didn't care about it, but I did receive a $500 dividend on Friday from Newsy. That will get reinvested on Monday. So there, your OCD is mitigated or whatever. It's buying protected puts around 10% below. Actually, we looked at last week we looked at it. They were only 4.5% down. So their puts were 4.5% down, not 10.
Yeah, they change every month. Yeah,
I am monitoring them. I'm keeping track every time they post their holdings. I literally put that in like a spreadsheet. I've been tracking it because I probably will at some point maybe run my own caller on QQQ. We'll see. Because I ran the math on it. I can make 1% pretty darn easy.
And they actually add to those holdings as well.
They did. Yeah, 164 to 177. But yeah, I think that's the reason why it really didn't go down past 4.5% this week. It's because of their protection that they had. So when the market tanked last March, you went back and looked at that March, right?
How did it went down 13%. I mean,
hell yeah, brother.
that's why it outperformed.
That's why we love Newsy. I don't care if it has a capped upside. There's a little bit of upside there. That's fine. So you get that 7%, right? Thomas brought it up. Like he said, run your own damn caller. I'm like,
you manage that downside and you can outperform. So that's what a lot of people don't look at is managing the downside.
Yeah. So I did look at it. I did look at it on SPY, but I also looked at it on QQQ. You can definitely run a caller on QQQ, make 1%, pretty darn easy. It's just managing it. So, and I got so much going on right now that I'm not willing to go that route yet, but it's something I could probably do in the future and want to do in the future. Probably dump Newsy for it. But, honestly, it's nice to have Newsy too, though, in your portfolio because you think about it. Like, you ever go in a freaking coma, right? You're sitting in a coma. You're still making money while you're sitting there sleeping, right?
Yeah, that downside protection ain't nothing to sneeze at for something you don't have to worry about so much.
I'm glad having the portfolio right now. It was interesting to hear your thoughts last night, talking about doing like SCHD and Newsy compared to my VYM and Newsy, but I don't know. I still like VYM better, and I bought VYM over SCHD for a reason specifically anyway. I need to play that out, but right now we have DGRO, don't you?
Yeah, haven't revealed that one yet.
Oh, sorry, everybody. Go see his video next week. Platform. What does it mean by platform? Like, what do you? I think his name is Steve, but what
I thought Palantir was had to do something about space and planets and stuff.
I don't know. We were talking about this last night, folks. Why didn't they bring cockroaches to Mars? All right. Don't you think they should have brought cockroaches there and then just released them? See if they can survive, right? We probably know that mice wouldn't have survived if they brought mice there, but bring some cockroaches out there. Why not?
They'll find some food. They'll find something.
Seems like yeah, I'm not going to go into it, but seems like the smart thing to do. I'm down. Oh, you're down. Another Houston buddy, Don. See, he's driving, but he'll reply a lot of texts in the chat. Oh, okay. If anybody wants to come on in here, let me know. I'm trying to get to the bottom of these darn things, but Databricks is another one to follow. I never heard of that one. Never heard of it. That's weird. I think I'd heard of like if they're in, yeah, I might think about it. If they get rid of the whole mask thing and all that, I'll go down there. Let's see. Please make your weekly comment on me owning NAO option. I like to bust his balls on that. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that stock. RTX is negative 3.5 year. Yeah, it does. I really honestly haven't looked into Raytheon very much.
What is that? Dry air matters.
Well, that's the second person that said that too. Dry powder matters. I don't know what the heck he's talking about. AC. You don't need AC down there. You need heaters. Oh, shit, it just jumped on me again, Jerry.
Yeah, well, you could probably skip a bunch.
Down $100 on Tesla. There. Just because. Oh, that's right. He owns common on Tesla.
Yeah. I think he owns a couple hundred shares.
Yeah, I think it's 200. Ran the option as a magician. I don't care. We call him God at this point. We're just glad he's back. You'll make it back, yeah.
Mike has a good one down there.
I'm getting down there. I don't know what KSA money is. KBG.
KSA money?
Yeah. What are you guys seeing? What are you guys seeing options Nusi holds? Oh, they're just holding the call side and the put side on NDX.
Yeah, well, ETFs have to issue their holdings daily. So if you go on to the Nusi website, there'll be a holdings tab, and they update that daily. So you can follow along with any of the moves that any ETFs were happen to make.
So they hold the NASDAQ stocks, NASDAQ 100 stocks, and then they trade the options around the NDX. It's kind of an interesting way. We can't really duplicate that. Actually, you could duplicate it, but I don't want to own all those stocks. Shit.
That's over 100.
Yeah, screw that. Anybody own QLD, Jeppy, and Nusi? That got mentioned a bunch of times in the comments on my videos today. There's somebody that owns like all three, and I think somebody actually mentioned RYLD.
RYLD. There's a few. There's quite a few others. There's actually these are the WCLD. 3 popular ones in the community, but there's quite a few others.
So you literally got Cody probably invested in QLD. Maybe Matt did. One of those two, right? And
probably.
I think his comments like, "Oh, I can't wait to get 100 shares," and then it's like now he's got Nusi he's got to add to. That's funny. Roaches can survive everything, so I think it would have been the responsible thing to do to bring some cockroaches out to Mars.
This is a good one.
Do you do any other strategy with options other than PMCC, strangles, iron condors, butterflies, jade lizards? Damn you, jade lizards! We do triple humpback whales, we do zebras, and we do caterpillars. What's another one?
Giraffe necks too.
Yeah, Jeff. In all honesty, we do PMCCs, although I'm trying to get out of those. Maybe most of them. I want to stay in one, but iron condors we don't mess around with. We do strangles. Butterflies I don't mess around with. Jade lizards. Honestly, I don't even know what jade lizard is. I thought somebody was pulling my leg when I first heard that, but
Yeah, I don't do any of those either. PMCCs, I've lightened up on strangles.
Yeah, me too.
Everything else, I like to keep it simple. I like to try to be good at one thing and then not try to complicate it with all this other stuff. I learned that back when I started a business. It was like we tried to do everything for everybody, and
Jack
then
of all trades.
we ended up not being good at anything. So it's like,
that's exactly what happened. Yeah, you try to go in too many directions at once, you end up going nowhere.
Yeah.
Strangles we do, although like I hadn't put one on in a while, at least like the last few weeks. Iron condors we don't do because technically that's the same thing as a strangle. It's just we don't do spreads. Jerry and I and most of us that are in our group, we don't do spreads because to me it's just a waste of money. I want to get safer and make more money at the same time. So that's the reason why we do ICs. Butterflies. What the hell's a butterfly? I'm not ringing a bell on that one. J Lizard, I'm not familiar with the actual strategy. I've heard it though a zillion times. I just don't. I've never looked it up. I didn't really care. Maybe I should look it up just to sound smart. But
go into the Mars talk. No.
Yeah. So we came up with our own too. Caterpillar. What's another one we come up with? Triple humpback, zebra. Zebra's real apparently though. I don't know. Broken
calendar spread.
So I think a broken wing iron condor is really just probably taking off one side, right? Like you rendered profit out, you took it off, now you got a broken wing, right? That's probably all it is. I'm just guessing there.
Too complicated. I just want to keep it simple.
Yeah. Kiss, baby. Saudi Arabia. I never heard it called that before.
We need to send Christian wants to go back into the Mars talk.
Does he? So I watched a couple of videos of Mars. I'm like, this is cool, And Jerry and I were talking about last night. I'm like, why is that all they care about is that there's freaking water there? That's all they care about. Like, did they ever stop and think that maybe there's a species out there that can exist without water that's not human or anything like that exists like on freaking Earth, right? Like, but that's all they care about is water. It's like, bring some cockroaches out there. Yeah. So, anyways, it was an interesting conversation, though.
Could you imagine if the cockroaches survived and they ended up being even more invincible than they are?
You give them 2,000 years, they might evolve into caveman. You never know. Cavemen came from somewhere. Build a better cockroach. Exactly. Yeah. Cockroaches can survive anything. Why wouldn't you bring a God? I wish they would have brought it. I should have called up NASA. Hey, dude, bring a cockroach out there. A couple of them. You would have been mate. So he was talking about the CEO of Palantir. Was that the dry hair thing, or was it something else?
Yeah, I think so. I remember now seeing the picture of the CEO.
Wait. That's the guy that looks like Jordan Peterson, kind of, doesn't he?
No, he looks like a freaking Rastafarian or something.
I thought he looked like Jordan Peterson a little bit, but Alex Karp, yeah, he's a big fanboy. You should interview him, Matt. I thought me feeling good about getting 100 shares of QLD. Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, I think Nationwide needs to sponsor me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Nusi. That's why you see it in my portfolio. You didn't see me jump on the QLD train. My issue with QLD is, we've talked about this a billion times probably. We didn't know what the hell they were doing behind the scenes, and I didn't like that. I liked Jeppy better than QLD, but Jeppy is so darn new. I'm a Nusi fan. I like what Nusi's doing. It gives me options down the road too.
I like the transparency. I never really seen the actual contracts on QYLD.
Yeah, we don't know what they're doing, and they're not entirely clear. And matter of fact, they're kind of contradict themselves in in the perspex or prospects.
If you read the prospectus,
yes,
it'll frustrate the hell out of you, because in one section they say one thing, in another section they say something that's totally opposite of what they just said. So it's really frustrating to read and try to understand what they're doing.
At least with Nusi, we have like it's not 100% entirely clear how they manage it per se, because they say they'll take the short calls off and let them run. It's like, it's rules based, right? I mean, so they just click a button and says, okay, take off your freaking short calls. I mean, how does it work, right? I mean, you need to know how they manage it, I guess. That's where I'm a little unclear, but it's this one. Oh, that's right. I did hear that.
Oh yeah, they're spies.
Yeah, I thought, doesn't Snow do something similar to that too, though?
Yeah, all these spy companies.
Yeah, Python, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I have 3 contracts on Palantir. I'm gonna blame Matt if it goes south on me, though. Yeah, it's on the holdings page.
Yeah, just make sure the date up there on the top of that spreadsheet is today, so that you're not looking
or
at
the left-hand side where all the positions are has the date against all of them too.
Yeah.
But you want to look at it, not every day, but you want to look at it pretty often, because I looked at it on Friday and they had added more contracts and all that. So that just means that more people are invested in Nusi, so they add more contracts. Probably from our videos, Jerry.
Exactly. They need to send some sponsor money over.
That's true. I debated on whether or not to use Nusi as my savings account emergency fund. Honestly, I don't think it should be an emergency fund, but I've never had an emergency fund ever in my life. So I'm kind of partial to not having one, but I understand why it's responsible to have one, right? I think it's smart. It also depends on the person, though. I had brokerage accounts later on in life, so I never really needed one. I'll draw off my brokerage account if I need to, but honestly, everything's going on a credit card, and it's getting paid off at the end of the month. Like, I'm not going to pay interest, but I want those points, right? I mean,
yeah, I use Nusi as it. No, I can't sit here and say, yeah, that's what you should do, because if you need that money next month and Nusi drops 10%, you'll be pissed. So
exactly. So that's I don't know. That's a tough one.
I'd have to
0.4%. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, I'd have to responsibly say no, you shouldn't, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, I actually like that response. Rabbit hole. Put in a space rabbit hole. What's that mean?
He's on YouTube looking up Mars. Oh, I've done that too. Black holes and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, we went real deep last night. I mean, literally to the point where there's trash in space, right? I mean, we dump trash on every planet we go to, including the moon. We left trash there on the fucking moon, right? We left trash on Mars. We got rovers that broke down on Mars. We trashed that planet. What if there's people living on? What if there's something, not people, but what if there's something living on Mars? We left trash there.
Those people are like, damn, those humans are back again.
Yeah, exactly. Let's hide anything before they show up.
Get the hell out of here.
Oh, man. Every planet we go to, we leave trash there. We leave trash in space. Like, oh, my God. We don't need Space Force. We need the freaking space trash pickup waste management company or something.
Space waste management?
Exactly. Welcome, Matt.
What's up, my guys? Money doesn't sleep, and neither do I, so I'm back.
Matthew.
Welcome back. Where'd you go? Where'd you get back from?
I went to go get a protein-style In-N-Out burger. It's delicious.
Oh, okay.
You probably like that, Dave. Well, you probably have them over in Denver, don't you?
What's the name of it?
In-N-Out.
Oh, I'm not a big In-N-Out fan.
No, protein style.
No. Probably because I grew up when it's like, it's sitting right there. I like Jack in the Box better, but
let's get the mood.
Palantir doesn't pay a dividend. Yeah, Matt, why don't you call up the freaking CEO and tell him to pay a dividend?
They do pay a dividend. I get paid like $60 every week from
Was
that.
it a special dividend?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yep.
It's a cash secured put.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I print my own dividend.
I own those shares for free. I guarantee it. Off all the covered calls and cash secured puts are done on them.
There we go. Newsy is juicy. I agree. Who was it? Somebody called a nudie yesterday.
It was in my comments.
Somebody in your comments here called a nudie. Well, that's my type of person.
Let's see. Is this gonna work? There we go.
Yeah. Well, all those. I don't think Fastly is. I don't think Snow is. I don't think Palantir is. None of those freaking Mimi type junky stocks are.
Hot Dave.
Is QLD a Ponzi scheme?
I think it might be. Nah, I can't say that.
They have a valid solution though of selling puts, right?
So
Or are they doing
security is.
calls?
So
That's a covered call ETF. Yeah, I don't know. One more loss. One loss is more on spread legging out a multi-leg strategy. Strategically, the complex strategies are not more profitable than the simple ones. Jerry, my brain hurts.
yeah. I just don't like multi-leg strategies. Okay, buy this and sell that and add this and add that. And then if that goes in the money, buy that one back. And then it's like, holy crap, how do you manage that?
I can't afford any of it.
Multi-leg strategy. So I mean, like put one on, put some more on later, or like.
What he's saying is the multi-leg strategies, statistically do not perform any better.
I was thinking that though. I mean, when you think about it, they're selling 4.5% down. But what happens when next month it's the index or so is already down? Let's say 5, 10% or 20%. Like, let's say what would have happened to Nusi had it continued to persist in March of 2020 and go down to April, going from 35% down to 50% down. I mean, I anticipate it would have still been dampened, but
I'm so if they already have the puts on, they're going to continue to go up in value.
Yeah, they're going to be printing until they expire.
Printing like crazy, exactly. So my guess is by the time the next month rolls around, they're probably accounted for the market drop even more. You know, maybe there's contingencies in there, but you know, I mean, that's what I would expect.
Yeah,
4.5%. They're still we're capped at 4.5% down right now. If the market continues to go down, that's fine. It's going to print, right?
That's true.
So it comes around next month. They open a whole new set, then they're probably going to go down lower. Is my guess if the market hadn't recovered.
I'm just trying to be like Dave, man.
I'm trying to be like you.
Me too.
10% return for Nusi over the past year. Yeah. Well, you're talking about the actual overall. Not talking about the yield, right? You're just talking about the
overall return.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Dan doesn't like Palantir.
I heard it there, man. Uncle Dan.
Dave, I'm with you on the emergency fund. I'd use the brokerage account. Yeah. I think it's a case-by-case basis on people. You know, like if you're struggling to, you know, put money into your brokerage account and Roth and all that, then maybe it's smart to have an emergency fund. You got a $10,000 bed, you know, so.
I don't know. I've honestly thought recently, and I'd like to get your guys' opinion on this, of not really messing with the I don't want to say 95%, you know, Dave safe sort of positions, but more along the lines of just really utilizing CSPs for what they're designed for. Yes, there is the opportunity to get the premium, but I mean, for me, I think I like the TQQQ strategy and I like the SOXL strategy. And I honestly feel like I would rather take lower returns and know for a fact that in the case where I actually have to get assigned, that I have something that I actually want. not to say that that's what I haven't really been doing all along, but I feel like messing around with these strategies as of late, even when I've kind of pulled back recently and stopped doing naked calls and stuff of the like, I still noticed that even something like you had mentioned very early on in the stream, Dave, where we've had this 8-9% pullback in the NASDAQ, it still tests a lot of these Dave safe sort of option plays. Like Walmart, when you and I wrote that, it wasn't a big deal. We were like, I mean, it dropped a little bit. And we were like, okay, that's not a big deal. You know, we can handle that. And then the market continued to pull back. Walmart might be a bad example because it had earnings. And so people might be selling off and moving into other things. But Clorox is a good example, right? Yeah, that's a really good example. It's just like
Clorox has been on. That thing can't freaking hit a house fast enough. Like you look at the 2 or 3 weeks down on that thing. Like literally, like at the highs down to, you know. Anyways,
so the only problem I have with the TQQQ strategy for myself is in Interactive Brokers, it only requires 25%. But for Fidelity, it requires closer to 100%. So I think for like so for my like for my 55 and 65 put, which are I think for March 26th, those are like the requirement for those is like $3,500. It's almost like 50%, and the only reason why is probably because
25% is not gonna. I like the 25% though. I like the strategy. I got 3 on right now. Matter of fact, I might even did more contracts. No, I take that back. I did 2 on 1, and then I got a single and a single. But yeah, I like the strategy. You know, I might. We were talking about last night, right? 4 months out, maybe, so we can get down to lower, right?
I only got the 1 on. I'm not like you guys.
Because what did we test yesterday, Dave? It was the June. All I remember is it was a 4% return, but was it a 35? I don't remember what it was.
It
30 or 35?
I think it was a 30.
Yeah.
And so you got 12% on your money. I mean, I think, and that's really safe, right? And 12% a year, obviously, if you're able to do it, you know, 4 times a year. But
the 30 that I came up with. Let me see. Yeah, you're right. But a 35, I think it was, Jerry. But what I would look at TQQ is I would give it enough room to move down for the market to move. 50% is my target, right? I don't think the market's going to go down past 50% if it's going to ever go down that much, right? 50% is probably the target where I'd probably try to find the strike. But
you mean for the broader market, or do you mean for 50% for the broader market? Got it.
For the NASDAQ, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a triple leverage though, right? So it's it's a 3x. But if you count for that, right, then to me it's a no-brainer. Run down there all day long.
You just got to look back and see how far it dropped, you know, back in March, and probably be in that range.
Was it 67%, Matt?
It was about
like
67, 70. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it around where it's TQQQ around in 2008? I would love to look at that.
I think it was. I think that's what I was looking at. Where it once hit like $7 a share.
No,
it wasn't.
Finviz isn't going back that far. It only goes back to like 2010-ish.
Yeah, I'm saying March 2010.
Yeah.
Let's see if ProShares has it on their site or something. But anyway, yeah, I'm with you there, Dave. Eventually, if I thought about that as well. It's just taking all the money I would have put in Nusi and doing my own collars, but I don't know. Because I'm fine with 10% down. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if
well, that's where I was starting. Yeah, I was starting with 10% down, running the collar just to see what I could make, and it was more than 1%.
Yeah.
So you could probably double what Nusi's paying you.
Probably, yeah, but then you have to do a little bit of the work. So
yeah, you got to do some work. Darn that work! It's too much work. I can't press a mouse button.
I thought we were trying to retire here.
Well, I mean, throw it in Nusi. It's coming. I think it's good. Like I said, I think it's smart to have like $3,000 or $4,000 a month coming in from coma money. You know, you don't got to worry about anything else. You sit in a coma, you make money, or you want to print extra money. You want to buy that Tesla or whatever. Then you can just trade options on the side. But this Enrico Webb thing here has hurt my brain. Probably because I'm trying to look at comments, listen to you guys, and read this. So I don't know. I'm going to say what Jerry would say. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Kiss.
Just, yeah. I mean, I see what they're doing there, but it's like, why is, I don't know.
Not calling you stupid, Enrique. Just saying kiss in general.
I know I'm stupid, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Three Amigos. I thought we were Dumb and Dumber. Or the Three Stooges. Who are you if you're the Three Stooges? Are we the Pet Boys?
I guess I'm Curly.
Who's the good one? Who's the best one? I'm the best one.
I don't know.
Once Cody hops on, he horseman. He ain't hopping on. Jeez. If he hopped on, it'd be a freaking talking bubble.
Okay, so TQQ is February 9th, 2010. 53% return since annualized since inception.
Yeah, it's started out at like $1.
If you can handle the volatility, man, you could park money in there. But
as long as the NASDAQ doesn't drop 50% in one day.
Yeah.
Or what was it?
33%, whatever.
33%. But what people don't understand, TQQ has basically stop losses.
But, well, it's not going to do it in one day. You got trigger points in there, stop, whatever, circuit breakers, right?
Right.
It's probably not going to do it in one day.
I mean, it went down 22% at its worst last week.
If you look at last year, that was one of the worst weeks we've ever had on record, right? And that, I mean, anybody that had options on, including all of us, even if you're day safe or not, you'd have been screwed. Because that was a really bad week. So unheard of.
Yeah, you would have taken assignment of a lot of stuff unless you rolled it. And
if
you did roll though, I mean you probably, I mean, because IV and everything would have exploded, you probably would have been okay, especially dropping that quickly. So
if you were able to roll them all, you know, because you would have had to have
buying power.
That's what I'm saying. You would have had to have been, your buying power would have been dried up. Your excess liquidity would have dried up. Maintenance margin would have exploded. What are you going to do? You're going to have cash on the side to actually make that happen. That's the bad part about it.
Ryan, Good night, buddy. I got to watch your Bitcoin Cash video that you put out. I don't have drip. I decided what I buy depending on the stuff. Yeah, I don't agree with that. That particular, I don't like that method. I know people do it. I understand why they do it, but what if you freaking became paralyzed and you were in a coma for 10 years or 5 years or 2 months? I'd rather have that money dripping, right? So instead of just building cash in my account, not doing a damn thing. But I understand why people do it, though. They're trying to build out like stocks that are on a decline, or like a Clorox or a Walmart or something, for example. But I understand it, but to me, it's safer just to keep it on, and then just you should be adding new fresh capital to your portfolio every month or every 2 weeks anyway, and that's where you can build out your new positions. But what are your thoughts on that, you guys?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, there's part of my portfolio that stays on drip, and then there's part that I just pay out in cash. If I'm not going to hold the stock forever, then I'll just have it pay out in cash.
You turn yours off, Matt?
I have most. I'm trying to think. I had it off on a lot of the oil stocks, but I think I've had it on for I'd say I mostly have it on. I've had this thing in my head though, that once I get to about $1,000 a month, now it's kind of changed a little bit. Once I got to $1,000 a month and strictly the individual brokerage account, I'd be adding so much capital to the portfolio that it would almost make sense that instead of automatically reinvesting, I would pool the dividends, and then once I got to 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 a month, then I could automatically invest it. The thing that really helped very early on when I started in 2013 investing for specifically drips and stuff of the like was, at the time I was paying $9.95 a trade. Actually, I think it might have been 15. And so doing drips, I mean, you were able to purchase more shares without having to pay that extra commission. Because I remember a $500 trade was a lot for me back in 2013.
Oh yeah, drip would have helped big time.
Yeah, and so $500, $15. I mean, that's a pretty good chunk of change, right? It's 3% right off the top. So
I would also give this as depends on the broker too, right? If you have a broker like Scottrade or TD Ameritrade, Scottrade doesn't exist anymore, but TD Ameritrade and Scottrade did it. They actually put the money into like this separate account type of thing, and they let you put the money into any stock you want. Like if you had 5 stocks in your portfolio, you can do 10% to this one, 20% to that one, 50% to this one, right? So you can set that up in there. When the money went in there, it put 10% in this one, 20 in this, 50 in that one, right? So that was kind of cool. You had options there, unlike traditional drip like in Schwab, where it dripped right back into the same company, right?
Yeah, I'd like that right now, because then I would just
that was a nice feature. I like feature.
I'm surprised
they called it. It wasn't called drip. It was a dividend. It was called something else. It wasn't called. I don't know what it was. They called it something else. It's like their own tagline. Oh, he's got it. So what do you have? TD Ameritrade? What's this? Slang for STD. Only Rebecca. Oh, shoot. That's what he's got. Yeah, no more questions. Well, interesting. He's got TD Ameritrade. Yeah, so Scottrade got bought out by TD Ameritrade. So they just, but, I mean, once Schwab sucks in TD Ameritrade and you can start using TOS and all that, maybe they'll switch up theirs so you can do it in Schwab too. That'd be kind of cool. Because I like that option to, take all my dividends and then throw it back in and say, Newsy's down this week, let me throw it all in there, But yeah.
So if there is a further pullback, are you guys gonna sell some stuff at what do you guys have a strategy as to what you're gonna basically buy back at a loss to be able to shore up for? Specifically, what options you want to hold on to if there's a continued pullback? I know it's bad juju to be talking about it, but
well, I'm going to get out. I'm going to try to get out of ARCs as quickly as possible. I don't think I'm going to take a loss on them. I don't think. But if I did, I wouldn't care at this point. That's about it. Everything else, I'm pretty conservative. I got utility ETF puts on. I got, Southern Company puts on. I got Consolidated Edison calls on. I have
that company went to trash the last few weeks.
Yeah, it did. That damn PMCC is killing me. I got consumer staples stocks on. So I'm not very heavy in really volatile stuff. So, the ARCs are going to be what's challenging me in these next couple weeks. So if I can get out of that, I think I'm fine.
You only have to survive longer, right? What's that saying? You have to survive long enough to get past the irrational market, right? Or whatever the hell that saying is. I'm not good with sayings, but like you get past 1 week, go to the next week, deal with those. I mean, is that what you're talking about, Matt? Like I don't have anything right now that's in the money. The Walmart's very close, but the market's up right now, right? They might rug pull it. Who knows? I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to take something off on right when the market opens. So I'll take some stuff off, but you deal with it a day at a time. The great thing is the markets, they take the elevator down, but they don't normally just stay down.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go up to the next floor every once in a while, and and then it'll come back down. Maybe, I don't know, but it's not quite. I still think that we could have a little bit more pullback. Just looking at the charts, but we've already survived probably the worst week, right? Because it kind of caught us off guard and all that. But now it's like if we sell new stuff, right, it's going to be going down lower, So I think we're fine. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm not, now that Randy's back, I'm not losing any more sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can, just roll it. It'll all come back.
Just roll it.
I need that on a shirt. Just roll it.
Just roll it. Roll Tide. The hell?
Yeah, I don't think you really have anything. I mean, the only one that's really challenging me right now is Pepsi. That one's down. My RK is also challenging me. I'm down a good bit on that. I have a 141. I don't.
You're aggressive, man.
I did that for next week. I don't think I was aggressive. I think I was just doing a shorter time period, and I think I sold it right as soon as it. I think I might have done like a 95 or a 90 at the time, and it was right at the peak, so I kind of got screwed on that respect. But we'll see. I'll just continue to roll that one. I think the premium on that right now is still pretty good. So if I just wait until tomorrow or maybe Tuesday and just continue to walk it down week after week. I mean, it's expiring next week, so fate will help on my side with that respect, and just be able to continue to kind of wait it out, do it week by week, I think, and just drop it, a couple strikes every week or so until it kind of comes back. Who knows? Or do I just eat the loss? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean.
Well, yes, Richard. That's the reason why we keep our buying power in check. There was, we try to keep it around 50%, but this last week, that decline that we had, it pushed us up in the 60s, right? I was up 60%, 67%. Now, granted, I had to take advantage with the market being down. I sold some new stuff, but that's always the freaking problem, right? Like, you want to take it, sell some new freaking puts, but you can't because you're worried about your existing positions going in the money, or you have to roll or something like that. So it really puts some handcuffs on you. It's all about management.
Yeah, it does. You definitely, I mean, you're sitting there, twiddling your thumbs because, you really can't put nothing on, but you'd like to because there's
can't take anything off.
There's freaking juicy premium out there, but then you can't take anything off because all the stuff that you have has gone down. So it could happen to you as far as not having enough buying power to buy the stock. That is, or roll. That is possible if enough of your positions are challenged. But if you're spread out enough and diversified enough, you shouldn't have a problem. You should be able to just be dealing with, in a pullback, you should be able to deal with one or two positions a week, if necessary. But if you're doing everything all at once, like you have 10 puts on Tesla that expire this Friday and it pulls back, you're gonna be in a world of freaking hurt.
Petey.
Yeah.
It's the only one that does.
I was doing that stuff too for a while, and
you got burned and you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I didn't get burned on Tesla. It would have been probably a more costly mistake than what happened with GameStop, to be honest. I'm probably equivalent, but yeah, I think it's prudent risk management, and I think what ends up happening a lot with what happened with me is you end up getting like a hot streak sort of mentality where you're like, you can't lose. And I was on that. I mean, you guys were seeing some of this shit. I was
Humble yourself, otherwise the market's going to humble you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And I was doing well with that early on, and then I think I just
There's
got a
no
little bit
reason
too
to get
crazy.
greedy. You're printing freaking dividends every single damn day. There's no reason to get greedy
Yeah.
here. Like I'm day safe. I'm 5%. Like there's some that I should higher than that, but there's still some of my positions that got tested this week. In a 5% down week, I wouldn't say that's nothing crazy. You know what I mean? That's like, it's not crazy, but I mean, I can imagine like the 20% people or whatever being tested, they would have been hurt.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I'm like, do I take more of my money and wait for a TQQQ sort of proposal? Will that be safer in the long run when there is weeks like this where you are 50% out of the money? Is that better than being something where you think it is safe, but when the market decides to turn, I think we almost sometimes get caught up by what we think the probability of the money is, and that because it's only 1 or 2 weeks out, right?
Honestly, that probability of money, it's only as good as until the market goes down.
Exactly, it's
like,
only as good.
I
As,
can't even say that anymore. Like, 5% probably the money, like and then here it is. It's in the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I said that.
So-
I said that last week. It's only the probability of profit is only for that snapshot in time that you're looking at it. Has nothing to do with anything else.
It's like
basically looking at what it's been doing over the past couple days, and if it's kind of remained flat over the past couple days, then you start seeing a large move. Then you're going to be like, oh shit, right? I mean,
and then it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter anymore, right? And so, yeah, I mean,
that's an interesting one. But yeah, you guys are doing. No, we're not doing any new PMCCs. We talked about it earlier.
I'm averaging down
a little bit. I'm still going to be doing T. Like almost all of us are going to be doing T until something changes with the stock. But I'm trying to get out of all the other ones I have, just because it takes buying power up. Is number one. Number two, they stare at you every day. Like I said, they do the peekaboo thing at you every single day, saying, "Hey, look at me, I'm red." It's a reminder every day, and it kind of drives you nuts.
I think if you were able to do it in a retirement account, it might be
separate
better.
account. Yeah,
A separate account.
Why not just do rich man covered calls?
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing, man.
I'm glad I didn't liquidate the whole portfolio and just do straight PMCCs, because the flaw is as soon as you open the PMCC, you immediately make 5%, right? Like, oh, this is easy, until the stock goes down, then say, okay, well, you're still fine, right? I mean, it looks like crap in your broker, right? I'm down $7,000 in my broker right now on PMCCs. It looks like shit, but you're still going to be making money on covered calls. You got 2 years to make that money back. It'll come back. It's unsolid stocks, but I'm just done with them. I'm tired of them looking at me every day. Except for T. T's a moneymaker.
I mean, you've been doing Kroger, haven't you, Jerry? And it's been working out well for you. I think it's been okay.
No, I've been doing Kroger covered calls. I'm in a Kroger covered call, but I'm stuck in Pfizer and Consolidated Edison right now in the PMCCs, which I'm fine with. It's just like Dave said, it's ugly to look at when you're down, 12-15% in your leaps, and you just have to have patience.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, even in the rich man's, I mean, I'm down on I was buying stuff strictly to right at the money covered calls. So like Campbell's, Kroger is a good example. Oh shit, I didn't even realize that I have my Pfizer still on here. It's naked.
Pfizer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same.
I'd say the other thing is with the PMCCs, what Jerry was talking about there, and I'm completely lost what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Here's Randy here with a 145 in the RK, so he's our buffer.
What is the issue?
He didn't say RK, but I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
I'm with him, man. I mean, as long as you have the buying power, you can hang around. The thing with me, though, is I got the hot hand syndrome, and I was using too much buying power. You know what I mean? So I had to take some stuff off. Most of it was at profit, but
that's my problem too. Is that I've been consistent like this whole month, right? I didn't have one day where I didn't make money, not one. And so it really messes with you. Like, you want to keep this going, but eventually, you're going to have to.
That's a good point though, because when you have a market decline like we had pretty much the whole week, you can't take any profits, right? So yeah, nothing might be in the money. You're still going to make money because it's still going to decay, but you're not taking profits as fast. When the market's going up, right? Everybody's a fucking genius. I mean,
exactly.
Market's going up. Let me take this off and put a new one on, right? So if the market continued to go down steadily for weeks on end, right? Even if it was slow or whatever, we'd still make money, but it's not going to be as much because we're so used to market going up and we're taking profits. We're putting new stuff on. It might go down the next day. We put more stuff on, then it goes back up and we sell it, or buy it back, right? So it's definitely this week definitely cut into profits, although I still made 7K this month. It's just if it wouldn't continue to go down, we're going to be hurt that week, right? So anyways, it was kind of interesting. I noticed that, right? The hell am I talking about?
I never know what I'm talking about. So
I was going to mention this in the
great
PMCCs. The PMCs short calls, they're all mixed in with all the rest of the stuff I'm doing. Right. So when I'm like, oh, this one's up 80%. I'm like, oh, that's a PMCC. I'm like, it makes no sense to take it off. Right. Because the long call is probably down. Right. So that's what the other part I didn't like about it. I didn't like it mixed in with the rest of the stuff that I'm doing. So you guys are scaring Rebecca. I'm not, but you guys are. So is there a way to do options? Yeah. Covered calls. Start with covered calls.
Wait, yeah, cover calls. It won't get you into trouble ever. Cash secured puts, you can only minimize your trouble.
Watch the covered call option stream that we did like 2 or 3 weeks ago. At the very beginning, we talked about like there's like zero risks, like initial risks. There's secondary risks that I kind of talked about, and those secondary risks are like, if you make a mistake, like doing too low of a strike below your cost basis or something like that. But I honestly don't think you got approved for anything higher than that anyway. But I mean, maybe you did. Maybe you're a baller. Start with cover calls. Yeah, I bet you are. I know you are investing, Sensei, because I've seen you're making a crap load of money off of like 50K or something like that. Oh yeah. I'm just not a fan of credit spreads. Like I said, we've talked about this every video. It seems like I'm not a fan of them because you're cutting into your profits and you're like, in order to make money, you're literally becoming less risky. You're becoming more risky. You're making less and becoming more risky, right? So I'd rather be out further, make more than you're going to make, but even be safer than you, right? I don't know. Is that one? That's a dead horse, huh? T and K deficit payout ratios. Yeah. The funny thing is, you look at T, they claim their payout ratio is 54%, but they calculate it differently. So look at my last video on T. It's 54%. That's what they're saying their payout ratio is, but they calculate it differently than how the mainstream calculates it. I'm not worried about it, honestly. Coca-Cola is, it's cancer water anyway. Just go with Pepsi.
Yeah, that's better.
For an investment. They're both cancer waters, but yeah, they're definitely focused on paying off that debt. And they dump that direct TV. That's going to help. Those change the sentiment eventually. That stock will moon, and we probably won't be selling any PMCCs on it anymore. Yeah, Exxon's a good one. I like Exxon. Yeah, I'm a bull on oil. I'm a Gen Xer. I'm a bull on oil.
I thought oil was going to zero, man.
Yeah, if you're a Zennial, you probably think it's going to zero.
Who needs oil?
Oh, everybody in Texas needed oil to heat their damn house. You better be damn sure you write CCs on positions you not want to lose. What?
Or you don't
Isn't
mind
that the opposite?
letting go, I think.
You don't want to lose.
Go right in your cover call. You have to be okay with letting the stock go.
I think what he's talking about is, and I talked about this in the VYM, right? I had to buy him back and take a $700 loss on him because I had like $15,000 in gains that would have been capitalized or realized. Matt loves that word, right? I would have been realized $15,000 that I had to pay taxes on. I think that's what Cole's talking about here. That is definitely something I talked about in that particular stream. But there's no risk. Like, you're not going to lose money. You're just going to have to pay taxes on realized gains. But you can buy it back. There's other ways to get out of it, but take a loss on roll it. Don't mind losing. Yeah. I don't know which video. Here's Rebecca, what she's saying. I don't even know how to tell what level. Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe
go to your account features, and then it'll show a part there where it says options, dividends, margin. Click on that, and then it'll show you. You'll click on the options tab, and then it'll show you what you are approved for.
Yeah, take a look at that, Rebecca. Let us know what you got. Dan here, Co has all the yeah. The biggest problem is they don't have chips and snacks. Oils in everything. Yeah, exactly. I bet you Tesla's freaking dash and all that crap and their door panels are all made of oil. Oil.
Oh.
Not to mention the tires.
There's no way. Sorry. I'm being facetious.
Fat fingered it on. Go keto.
I read that as fart fingered.
Fart fingered? Yeah, of course you would. If you're a bull on oil, how about refiners and pipelines? Well, with a stroke of a pen, pipelines are done. You know what I mean? So you'd like talk about like KMI or something like that. I used to be a big fan of KMI, but it's just too risky with who's in the office right now.
I'd say, yeah. I think in the long term, this being delayed will actually benefit America based off of the fact that we no longer have cheap access to Canadian oil, right? I think that would have heavily benefited the Canadian side of the oil market rather than the U.S. side. Granted, we did take a short-term hit on jobs, but at the same time, it puts more dependence on our national oil interests rather than focusing on being able to bring some in from Canada.
Because I don't think they care about our oil interests here.
I agree with you.
I think they want to buy it from overseas and just, enrich other countries and all that, at least with who's in office right now. Like, I kind of agree a little bit what you said, maybe about the Canadian portion, but they could have waited. They could have waited 6 months or a year to do it. They didn't have to do it right the first.
Yeah, first day, right?
And million people are unemployed as it is.
Yeah, first day. Yeah, that is something that did kind of irk me the wrong way. I mean, of course, I'm pro oil, so I'm pro everything kind of being established and moving as the economic ability allows you to move to green, which is starting to happen, which is why we're seeing a lot of the money shifting out of fossil fuels and into EVs. But yeah, I'm with you. Day one of a new administration, like what? I mean, you're just trying to set a precedence at that point. It's not about what's right for the country.
Yeah, I hear you there, Randy. You can't wait to prep the day that something happens. You're too late. You need to prep before. Let's see. Oh, Questifier, just a trade, enter a trade. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, good oil play. I mean, so are they still using corn? Are you still using corn for methanol and all that junk?
I don't know.
Yeah. EVOO, baby. Extra virgin olive oil. You're not Italian. That's not an Italian last name.
Evu.
Let's see. Benefits America equals higher gas prices. Yeah. Dan's basically busting your balls. You be entered in a decision was a win for Ruddy in Saudi Arabia. Who the hell's Ruddy?
Dan knows all. Oh, maybe Russia. I think he corrected himself.
Oh, yeah, Russia. Jeez. Thanks, Jerry. They approved me for level 2. Okay.
Oh,
So level 2
cash
is like
secured
what?
puts?
It's like a level 1. How did you get approved for level 2? Did you lie? Did you lie on those questionnaires?
She didn't lie. No.
Yeah.
She'll never
she
do
didn't
that.
pay 10 grand for that bed. Yeah, so she's got buying puts, buying calls and puts, long straddles, strangles, selling cask puts, or so that means she can't do uncovered.
Right.
Is this a retirement account, Rebecca?
It's for the best.
This might be it might actually be a retirement account. I don't know.
Uncovered with Fidelity is like level 5, and
okay.
I tried my hardest to get that, and they wouldn't let me.
You got to lie harder.
I didn't lie enough. Yeah.
Have a big account. That helps. Big everything. Some areas require 10% ethanol and gas.
Yeah, like California.
Yeah. I didn't lie. I was totally honest. Yeah, right. I've heard of people not getting approved even when, I don't know. Maybe they were just nice to you. Boobs help, that's for sure. Yeah. Let's see. Telemat zero experience. Did you have to? They don't do I think it's funny that they actually do like on the phone interviews. That's crazy. This is where we're going these days.
You got to read the 500-page book that they sent you that was printed in 1985.
Yeah, exactly. They mail it out, or is it a PDF?
No, they mailed it out.
Oh shoot! To pay for it?
No.
Rebecca's options application was more truthful than Russia collusion claims. Fucking Dan.
Hot Dan, man.
Hot Dan. Regular tax. Okay, so it's a regular account. I think that's smart actually. Not give you because we're all doing naked puts, all of us pretty much. So you start with cover call, get familiar with the terminology, get familiar with the mechanics, and then you can do some CSPs. Honestly, they're safer anyway than I feel safer with those. Let's see. I actually screwed up and inadvertently told them I didn't have any assets anywhere else either. You had a $10,000 bed that was paid for.
Yeah, he should be able to sell freaking puts on Amazon for that.
If boobs help, then it definitely would have been denied. What, were you on a video conference with them? All I got to do is hear a female voice, and it's like they're going to help you. Oh, anyways. So you didn't actually have an interview? They didn't even call me either. Huh? Okay. So hers was printed in 1994. She got an updated version.
Yeah.
Hers is only 500 pages. $500 bed, yeah. I got a expensive too, but it's not 10 grand. It was like, I think it was less than 3, but no,
my bed's
less than
worthless.
2. Yeah, our bed, $10,000 bed. She got out of it, folks. Don't panic here, all right? She literally is like driving a car off a freaking brand new car off a lot, right? You lose 50% of the value the day you drive it off the lot. That's what she did with the bed. She took it home and slept in it. Lost 50%. But I'm just busting her balls. But she did sell it. She bought a new bed. She pocketed or invested or put it in, I don't know, Roth or something like that. So Congratulations. But I'm going to still use it because it's funny. It's funny content. Just found the stream. I got to work at 4 a.m. I really want to stay longer, but calling sick. You get a stimulus check soon. Yeah, I get you. You can. I don't know what time zone you're in. So, breaking news. I have a Layla. What's a Layla? Is that a bed?
Probably.
I can't afford it.
A bed of money. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was fancy too. It had different like levels and stuff. You know, it's like it stopped snoring and stuff.
I need that.
Yeah,
The
I need
snoring
that
thing's
too.
easy. You just put a tennis ball on somebody's back, or I mean, sleep on your. If you sleep on your stomach, you're not going to snore. Simple as that.
Oh, yeah, I sleep on my stomach for that reason. Yeah.
Layla bed that competes with the purple bed. Does that have mirrors above it? I mean, what's a purple bed?
That's the mail order beds now that come in a box.
Is that purple bed is a brand name?
Yeah.
Mail order beds. I've heard of mail order brides.
She threw it in the raw. She's a responsible thing. You didn't treat yourself to what do you eat? Krispy Kreme's one video, but where was it? I don't know. I can't bust your balls on it. Invest in Sensei. Yeah, he's been doing good on his options lately. He's got a little bit different strategy though. I like to hear everybody's strategy. You know, a lot of people wheel. You know, I'm not a wheeler, but it's a valid strategy. Which one are you talking? I don't skip anything. What are you talking about?
He's busting your balls.
This one? Which one is he talking about?
That's what he's talking about.
Our bed.
Yeah. That was
Smart
funny.
Man.
You started that.
Purple bed have a public stock, yes. Casper does as well.
I'm sorry. I just don't think I could own a purple bed. Like, I just think like ho ho ho. You know what I mean? Like literally it should be in a freaking brothel or something. That's what I think.
I think just the label is purple, Dave. You're okay. It's not going to be all purple.
No, I'm thinking worst case scenario here, right? It's literally like it should be in a brothel or something. It's heart shaped.
Yeah, I was looking at Casper, but I don't know.
There's the ticker.
I do have a put on Herman Miller.
You do?
Little known
fact. Smart, actually. Nobody's got any dividers and selling freaking Arion chairs or nothing, you know. So probably smart. 5K, Jesus.
Only 5K, they say.
I mean, for that amount of money, I better freaking brush my teeth and change its own bedpan.
Bedpan is a nice touch, Dave.
Bedpan would be nice. Yeah. Don't got to get out. I literally would never have to get out of bed. If I could just put the cooktop right next to the bed, cook the bacon right there, I'd never have to get out of bed. Well, I mean, it's been a little 2 hours. We'll do a last call. If there's any other questions, put them in there, and we'll answer some questions if there is any more. Because I noticed it's been a lot of busting balls lately down there at the bottom. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave you guys to that. I just appreciate you guys being patient with me while I was driving home, and obviously lost connection pretty quickly. So I'll catch you guys on the flip side and see you guys soon.
Hey, thanks a lot for joining, Matt.
Yeah.
Go make sure you plug his video or plug your channel in there.
I mean,
yeah, you don't need to be plugged. Everybody knows who Matt Money is.
Yeah, right.
If they don't, I don't want them around anyway. So
No,
I'll talk to you guys later.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Take care. Here's a question here. Shit, it just scrolled up on me. You guys planning to invest in some? I don't get a stimulus check. We talked about that earlier. Matt doesn't get one either. Jerry gets one though. Yeah,
I get one.
Yeah,
and heck yeah, this thing's being invested. It's going into my options account.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Like everybody's making a video on it. I'm investing in. Like everybody that's in the investing community is messing it because they don't need it. So if they qualify for it, but what are you doing with yours, Mangar? If you get one. Wait, seems like a good idea to mitigate the future economic damage. I don't know what he means by that, but
I think he's thinking.
I always assume it's a me. I always assume it's a he. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thought is to, invest it now because of inflation.
That's the smart thing to do because somebody commented on one of my fire videos. Oh, inflation's gonna. It's like, well, if you're invested, you got to be invested. It does you no good if it's sitting in a freezer. Let's buy the dip again this week. You think it's going to dip? You think I'm a rug pull this week? Futures are up right now, at least last time I looked. Peace out. Jeppy. Sale. Yeah. I'm going to invest mine. More Roth money. See? All these people didn't need it technically, but I'm not complaining about you guys that get it. Honestly, it actually helps the stock market, so it kind of does help me too, right? You help yourselves too, but for you guys to invest. I'm getting some shares of Pepsi. Yeah, I think Pepsi is a good deal right now.
I think I'm going to drink a Pepsi here shortly.
Yeah, I stick with my LaCroix or my Zevias.
LaCroix.
Croaks?
Is there an I in there?
Is there? It's some weird freaking cursive. I don't know what it says.
I think that's LaCroix.
Making fun of me? Statistics? Oh, man. Let's see. How do you manage the Fed printed? Oh, my God. Go to usdebtclock.com or whatever it's called.
We should have seen like when they did that and see if how the movement was.
I've been watching it for the last 5 years.
Have you?
So, and they're not kidding. It literally doubles every single president that's in there. So it's crazy. Buy more Newsy. Abso-freaking-lutely. Newsy's my new redheaded stepchild for sure. I'm definitely going to be building that up more. I'll probably use 50-50 VYM and 50-50 that, but Clorox. Yeah, Clorox has had a rough, was it a couple of weeks? Let me see.
Yeah, Clorox, Kimberly-Clark.
Kimberly-Clark too.
Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer. I thought that was probably because of Buffett getting out of it, right?
I think so.
That's what I heard. But Clorox, oh my, that's just that's crazy.
Where's it at now?
It's down to 181, but the took 2 weeks to get there from like 220, 230. So, yeah. Oh shit. Let me try to get to the bottom of these, and then we'll end it here. Great stream, thanks. Yeah, inflation. Yeah. Powell doesn't know what the hell he's doing either. He's stuck. He's getting pressure at this point. He doesn't know what to do with the yield curves. The Treasury. I'm only getting one because. Yeah, I don't know what it's based on. It's not going to be based on 2020 taxes, right?
I don't think so.
In these forex or more margin accounts, is a real risk the margin call happening because I think so. More rich, yeah. That's probably the reason why I don't try to go past 50% because I've noticed. I mean, market was dropping. We're down 400 or 500 points, and I can just. Especially because I'm up late usually, and I'm up when the market starts printing. So I'm seeing the buying power just explode. But yeah, it's all about management. You talk about the circuit breaker, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it 7%, 10%?
Wasn't in there, so I don't know. We'll find out.
I wasn't either. It would definitely hurt, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You'd probably have to, if we had that, like I said, that week that we had in that February, where literally the market went down, it was like 10% or something, right? In that 1 week?
Yeah.
That's very unheard of though, right? But See, you can right underneath. Yeah, lucky.
Do they use adjusted gross income? I thought they used a gross.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Oh, see, a nice 22 would be all over it. Yeah. Well, we are down near the bottom here. Oil goes to 100 a barrel. That wouldn't help the more established global companies. It probably will hit 100 at some point again. Was it like, what, 2011 or something to hit that? Somewhere around there.
Like that.
So
I got puts in XOP.
I have to use last afternoon. Yeah. I haven't done mine yet this year. I'm still waiting on documents. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, everybody, for joining. It was another good one. Thanks a lot for joining Matt and Jerry. Thanks a lot for joining. You can, go ahead and say your goodbyes.
Goodbye, everybody. Been nice.
And,
I don't know. Probably see me next week if you guys are around. If we do this, if I'm welcome back on, to grace this channel.
Jerry's always welcome back because he's more level-headed than I am. Because I'm trying to navigate all this other shit that's going on over here.
Yeah, I wish they would give me some charge into this, or get me to be able to move this comment call sometimes, because
I don't think it's possible. That would be nice, though.
That's okay, but thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments, or go follow me over on my channel, whatnot, and yeah, be nice.
Go check out Jerry's channel. Check out Randy's Discord as well, because it's free and we're all in there. If you want to ask questions and stuff, we're all in there. So yeah, go ahead and check out that. But anyways, let's have a great week, and let's make some money. Let's press some money, and until next time, I guess, until next week, everybody have a good week. We'll see you later. Thanks a lot, Jerry.
Peace.
Yeah, bye, everybody.